I've trained with so many different trainers, and the coach TJ and 4F coaching is exactly what I've been looking for this entire time.
And I've referred out to a lot of massage people, professionals, clinics, and Meridian ab massage is what I've been looking for to refer my clients to.
So I am so excited that you're here. I, as you all know, have worked out a lot with a lot of different trainers, and TJ is the first one who I've actually asked to come into the office. And that's not to take away from any of the other trainers, but your approach to fitness and the pain-free coaching, and one of the things you first said to me when I came in was like, do you have pain? I'm like, oh yeah, torn shoulder, arthritis in my back. And you're like, if you're at a 4, we don't want to push you to an 8. And I was like, oh, you're exactly what I've been looking for, because the problem with the training I was doing before is I live in chronic pain, a state of pain. I have a very active job, a very active life. Going to the gym and being in level 8 pain to where I feel like I can't move really didn't work. And then I kept getting hurt. I'm not getting hurt with you. You're not pushing me to a point where I feel like I can't move.
Right.
So thank you. I love your approach, and I really wanted to share that with all of you guys. So
Yeah. And it's
without further ado,
a blessing to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I'm honored to be here in your amazing facility, and just to be able to share what you do with my network of people, and share what we do with your network of people. And a little background on me, team. I'm Coach TJ. I've been a personal trainer since 2013. Full time, it's all I do. I'm a creature of study and learning and growth, and I just love the realm of fitness and health and wellness, and all things associated with it. And obviously, massage is a huge tool in recovery. And I refer a lot of my clients out to professionals like Sherry, and professionals like ourselves work really well together for the greater good of helping our clients. And I think the reason Sherry and I connected so well is because I am a pain-riddled person too. I live in chronic pain, and through fitness and exercise is how I've learned to manage my pain. 2008, I was in a car accident where I shattered my left hip and had a whole bunch of spine injuries that left me essentially in a wheelchair, and doctors are like, you're done, dude, you're never going to walk again. And I believed it for a couple of years, and I sat in that wheelchair and fell into a place of, disparity. It was pretty tragic for that amount of time, about 2 years. And then I had a friend introduce me to fitness, and I was scared, intimidated. I couldn't do anything in the gym. I felt like the weakest, frailest, scaredest person there. Which I think helps me to really relate to my clients.
Because I was coming from the same place. I was like, I'm afraid of getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because I think you have this mindset with fitness is like, I'm hurting, I can't go to the gym. And your approach and your story of, no, this is going to help you not be in pain.
Right. So that's what I figured out, over the course of doing it. I think the only reason I've stayed consistent exercising for like the last 13 years is because it's the only way I'm able to manage my pain. It helps me to keep my pain at bay. But so over the years, we've gotten certifications, and we are pain-free performance specialists. That's an actual certification that we possess. It's a very elaborate certification you're not going to find any other personal trainers out there having. And it's taught to us from a physical therapist. And I actually spent about 4 years working in physical therapy clinics as well. So I went full circle from wheelchair to patient to physical therapy patient. And then now I'm working in physical therapy clinics, and I'm helping people. And over the years of doing this, we've worked with stroke victims that are completely paralyzed. We currently have a paraplegic on our roster. She's 31 years old, 4-wheeler accident, paralyzed from the chest down. And there's always something somebody can do. There's always a way that we can help improve your life through exercise and, improving our nutrition and those kinds of things. And it's just finding what each individual can do and building upon that. Obviously, there's some things with people with pain we have to avoid. There's some certain things, maybe she can't do or I can't do, but that's not the focus. We find the things that we can do safely and effectively that don't cause our baseline pain to grow or get worse. And that's the foundation for a program right there. That's, starting to make some progress. And the other cool benefit of that is it takes people from the mental attitude of, I can't. If I do it, I'll hurt worse. And it's like, okay, they tried it. They don't hurt worse. Actually, I felt pretty good. And it's like, cool, now we're accomplishing stuff. Now we're moving the needle forward towards, a healthier, better version of yourself. Right.
And I'm sure you guys saw the pictures, ran a Spartan race with my daughter Emma a couple weeks ago. I was so impressed with myself. I'm not sure, but I mean, because I did things with my body that I did not think were possible, and I attribute that to your training and how you, like when we're working out. I think it was last week. I was being a little crazy at the gym, and Coach TJ goes, "Let's live to fight another day."
Yeah, what?
And you were like, because that's what I pay him for, right? And he was right. If I would have kept pushing myself because I'm very competitive, I would have hurt myself, and that's not the point of working out. So I appreciated that. I told Scott, I was like, yeah, but you'd said that. He's like, oh, well, but most trainers don't. They push you, and then you're hurt, and then you don't go to the gym.
No, but exactly that, live to fight another day, right? If we do that, then, and we can't come back and train the next day and the next day, or even worse, God forbid, you're not able to come work. You have a physical job. You have to massage clients for sometimes 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in a day. And takes a lot out of the body. And so our whole approach is this has to make your life better. Like, we're not doing this if it's going to hurt you, if it's going to cause your pre-existing pain to get worse. Like, the whole strategy session we have when we onboard a client is, we go through all of those individual pain points, and then we address a plan as to how we're going to not only safely work around them, but hopefully in time improve them and help them to get better. In my case, my hip is shot. It's never going to get better. I need it replaced. It's like stage 4 degraded, as bad as it can get. But there's a way that I can train it without hurting the hip itself. And my belief is that because I've maintained the muscle support structure around the joint, then that joint doesn't have to work as hard. And that's kind of the whole premise behind physical therapy is, the knee is bad, the joint itself is bad, but if we strengthen all of the, connective tissue and muscle supporting said knee, then that joint doesn't have to work as hard. And so, trying to help people figure out what their deficiencies are and then safely build a routine that they can do that, causes those to eventually get better is the whole game. And it's incredible because you see people that have had chronic back pain for 25 years, elderly folks that, man, my back's hurt my whole life, and they start doing a little bit of safe strength training and my back pain's gone away. It's holy cow, there might be something to this.
And I think one thing that was really interesting for me is, like, I've worked out a lot of different trainers, is when you're like, actually hold your hands like this, actually do this. Your wife, Coach Jess, was like, let's find your range of motion.
Yeah.
And that's your range of motion. Don't go past that. And I was like, oh, but aren't I supposed to come all the way like this? No, because that's not what you're an individual. Right. And that was just like a completely different way of thinking of working out, because, that's how you hold the bar, and that's how you live. And now,
right. And we've seen so many exercises demonstrated wrong or improperly, that we've just adopted that to be how it's done. Like that's how everybody else does it. So that must be how we do this movement. But the truth is, this is all some of that pain-free performance specialization that we have, and some of this elaborate, studying that we've done. But if you think about it, it makes a whole lot of sense. Every human is different, right? Our orthopedic structure is different. If you look at 10 different humans, hip, ball, and socket joints, right? It looks like you could have a monkey, a different species of something, an alien, and then, that's a human. As far as how the bones are shaped and structured, we all look, our orthopedic structure looks so different human to human.
And as a massage therapist, like, I know that. So when you were saying that, I was like, oh yeah, because even like insertion and origins of muscle is different from person to person.
Right. So to think we should all squat the same exact way is, a fallacy. That doesn't make any sense if you really think of it. Like, no, baby, you got to go a little wider. Make your toes need to angle out a little bit.
I know
They're not. Yeah. So, as you said, range of motion is another huge thing that we leverage when creating a plan for somebody. If not everyone should, on a pressing exercise, go super deep into it, too much strain on the humeral head. So when we leverage range of motion, we keep those joints in an optimized range of motion. And that also helps to contribute to not hurting people with pre-existing orthopedic concerns, things like that. So,
and I think one thing that was really cool that you did is I'm really suck at the name of the exercises, but like we were doing a bench, and then you're like, actually, no, sure, we're going to have you do it on the floor because I want to make sure that you don't go past.
Yeah.
So I was like lifting, and my hand, like I didn't know you're supposed to rotate your hands in when you do this either. But you had me on the floor so that I did not go past my range of motion and hurt myself. Never had anybody tell me.
Well, that, it's essentially teaching the movement patterns, and eventually the client they'll be ingrained in them. It'll become a natural thing that they do. But, people aren't squatting day in, day out every day. It's not a natural thing. A lot of people that are sedentary, might go through an entire week without ever squatting down to the ground and getting back up. So
right.
It's something that needs to be taught and trained. And so, we do controlled ranges of motion. We'll have you start by squatting to a box level, and, eventually those, movement patterns become ingrained within the individual, and now they're a much more safer client to let squat freely or let press freely because they know what that range of motion should be, right?
You don't want to stop. One thing we didn't touch on, and this is one of the things that Emma loved the most, why she wanted to join the gym, is we kind of talked about nutrition, but they actually have an app, and I love this app. It gives you recipes. You can like different recipes. It helps you count your calories. You can set goals. Like one of my goals is don't eat after 10 p.m. or don't snack at 10 p.m.
The guidance, when we built the gym,
it's just unique. I've never seen.
Yeah, well, I've been doing it a long time, and I've been running other people's gyms for a long time. And there's a huge deficiency in how we served our people. We're missing something here. Like, people are not having success. You sell them a membership, you promise them a dream. Here's your key, good luck to you. And then you're in the gym. What do you do now? Right. And, sure, you could hire the very expensive personal trainers, but my gym, everybody gets a plan. It comes with the coaching, because without the coaching, without the skill set, you're not going to have the success that you're trying to have. And more importantly, you might hurt yourself or do something crazy in the process. So we leverage the app to give every member a plan. So everything is done for you. Your nutrition is dictated. We teach you how to manage it. Your cardio is dictated. We tell you what to do and how to do it based on what your body's able to do. Certain people, for example, should never run. It's just impactful, hard on the joints. Like, stop running. You're not going to run. You're going to do the elliptical because it's a rounded, less impactful movement instead, right? And so helping each individual take their body and their breaks and aches and pain points and, okay, do it this way, don't do it that way. I've been creating, that custom tailored plan for each individual, leveraging the things we said.
And I think I liked, because at first when I was like, oh, it's like a group of people together working out, like that made me think of like a class. And like, I can't do classes. I get hurt in classes. But then when you explained it more to me, and it is so nice to go in and be able to work out with somebody who's 70, and she's kicking my butt, man. I'm like, okay, I need to be able to do that at 20 pounds.
Well, and it shows you, but it shows you what was capable if you stick with it.
And just, it's nice that
semi-private personal training is
that's
specialized.
Semi-private.
And think of it as personal training. It's all of the benefits of one-on-one personal training in a shared cost environment. So you get a slightly better price point.
Yeah.
The data actually shows that people that participate in that kind of training stick with it longer and get better results because of the camaraderie and support of the group. And
right.
So it works really well in that. And now you're not just showing up for me or for yourself. You're showing up for the people in the group and the team that you've been working with. And, there's a really profound thing that happens when we all go do hard stuff together. I mean, even doing the Spartan race, right? At the end of it, you love these people around you. Like, you are my team. Like, you are my people. Like, we went through something difficult. There's a camaraderie that happens
right
there, and it's a beautiful family harmony and things like that. And then, just to tie this all back together, the recovery is a huge component of how we help people stay out of pain, how we help people, because it's not just the exercise. That's the front end. That's the preventative, right? That's what keeps the body moving and grooving and keeps us healthy. But on the backside, there's recovery things we need to do, such as the nutrition, such as adequate sleep, such as chiropractic, massage, people like that in your network to get a full, well-rounded, holistic approach to your health and well-being, right? We're not looking for the next pill to take or the next prescription. This stuff can be managed with professionals who know what they're doing to help optimize the human body. And, we all should have a network of professionals. Otherwise, life gets, painful and hard as we get older in, our older years. So, we work out, we exercise, and we manage our health from that approach, and then on the backside, we've got people that we trust that, when something does hurt, we can come to and say, hey, I need your help working this out for me so that I can get back to kicking butt in the gym,
right.
and I refer people out to massage every single week, as well as chiropractic. And but not all trainers are the same or cut from the same cloth. Not all massage professionals are cut from the same cloth, right? There's some that are just simply better than others. They're more devoted, better training and more devoted to it, creatures of study. And that's one of the things that I can trust about Sherry's facility is that she's got, there's a big difference between clinical massage, medical massage, where hey, I've been dealing with this pain in my shoulder for 6 months or a year, and you're going to help me fix it, compared to your basic, cruise ship massage, right? Where you just, get rubbed down in a nice environment with some music, totally different, products.
We do have a nice environment.
Yeah, that's all part of it, but, I trust that
it's a medical approach.
Yeah, and I can take people that I know have pain and are fragile, and I can trust you with them and or to you with them. And and then you're not going to hurt my people, and you'll improve them and help them get better, so they can come back to me and I can help them get better. So, we need each other in this.
Huge sense of community, which is important. And I was thinking when you're talking about feeling better with our nutrition and sleeping, I mean, that translates into so much mental health. When you're doing something for yourself and you're filling yourself up and taking care of yourself, then you have more to give to your friends, your family, your children. It's full circle. So I want to thank you for coming. You're the first coach that has ever done
it. Honored to be here.
Coach Jess is over there looking pretty. And my else right there with the dog. So we got an audience going on. But if you guys want to see kind of the stuff we're talking about, we can do a video at the gym. We can demo this stuff. Just, we're supposed to say like and comment, subscribe, all that. You've seen
it. White father chair.
Yeah. So thank you for watching, and thank you for coming, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Sherry. Love being here.
Peace.